everybody. Welcome to Ruby Moss Cottage. This is a podcast about all kinds of crofting, knitting, crochet, spinning, sewing, painting, gardening, trying to think of what else I do. But yeah, it's just a crofting podcast, and I'm glad to have you joining me. My name is Joyce. This is episode 6, and yeah, I'm trying to think of what's gone on around here since the last time I podcast. We had some snow in March, something that I would be begging for if it were January, but after we'd already had some 70s and 80-degree weather, there's no way I wanted snow or ice. But we did get a little bit. The Grandies loved it. They went outside and played, and they had to be quick though, because I think by 12 noon it was gone. And so yeah, that happened. I don't think much else has been going on. We've just been keeping our fingers busy with all the crofting. I don't have a lot, although I don't have a lot to show you, but one thing that I did took me a long time. So anyway, one of the things I've been doing, let me put this down for a minute, is I like to do puzzles. And every year we have here in Charlotte the Southern Christmas Show, and I go every year. It's a big family tradition. My girlfriend comes in from Tennessee. I usually go a couple times, but I've bought these puzzles by William Mangum for years. Some of them I think are even by different artists, but he's the one I have most. And I'll work these puzzles, and then I frame them and I hang them around the house, and it's amazing. People will come in and they'll go, "Oh, whose artwork is that?" And then I get to tell them, "Oh, it's a puzzle. It's so-and-so's artwork, but it's a puzzle." And they're just blown away by it. And so I like it because when people come into my house, you know, so many times you go into people's homes and it's grander, and you're like, "Oh, I'd like to do that, but I can't do that. I can't afford that," or "Oh, that's way out there. I can't do that." And I like when people come into my home for them to be able to feel like I can do that, and so they can take ideas and run with it. So that's what I did. This puzzle we started in November, and usually by December, by Christmas, it's done. Not so this year. This year, I just finished it. And here we are into March, and the puzzle just got framed yesterday. So I'm going to hang it on the wall today. I'm hanging it in my stairwell because I'm really kind of out of wall space other than the stairwell. But I thought I'd show it to you. Sorry about that. This is the one, and I'm hopefully there will not be a glare on it. It's called, I think this one was called Peekaboo. It's the kitty by the fireplace and the Christmas tree. But yeah, I hope you're catching that. The kitty. You can tell. I liked it because of the kitty. But anyway, yeah. Kind of move back a bit, and you can see the reflection from my windows affecting it. So that's off my nails. And then what I do on the back of the frame is I trace the Grandies' hands, the ones that helped. And I probably will stop doing that when they get to be 30. But I trace their hands and write the names of everyone that helped, everyone in the family that helped work the puzzle, and then the name of the puzzle, and then I hang it on the wall. Hopefully someday it'll be art that my daughters will want to have in their homes. But so that's about all that's been going on. Oh no, our niece came to visit. We had a really good time with her. It's funny because she comes from DC, and you know, you want to, she travels a lot and she goes to fine restaurants, so you want to take her someplace nice when she's here. But in the daytime it was my daughters and myself, my niece Sarah, and then we had the 3 grandbabies. So we ended up going to Chick-fil-A, Chicken Way. That way the kids could play in the play place and the adults could talk. So that was our options. It's about as fancy as we get here when we have the grandbabies. But we had fun. We had a good time with her. And yeah, so I don't think there's too much else going on around here right now. Other than crofting. Let me show you. We'll move right on into what's out of my bags. If you'll remember a couple episodes back, if you are a returning viewer, I said that I wanted to steak. I wanted to do brioche, and I can't even remember what the other one was. I'm trying to think of the pinguono. I wanted to do that. And so I finished the pinguono by Stephen West. Love that. And then steaking, it still freaks me out, but I'm going to do it next. I'm going to start it now that this project's over. But this is the brioche hat. I did it. It was Andrea Mowry's pattern. She's the one that did Find Your Fade Shawl, in case you need your memory jolted. So I bought this pattern, briochalicious hat, and I learned, well, you know what? I want to say I learned brioche in this pattern, but really I didn't. I learned it in the Marled Magic mystery cowl that I'm doing with Stephen West right now. Me and Stephen, we're doing it. That's the way it sounded. So anyway, he is the best teacher. He gives little tutorials. You look him up on YouTube on brioche. I almost went to Craftsy and bought a class, but I started his pattern and he took us through a brioche section, which then I didn't have to pay for the class because he taught it to us. So it made the decreases that I had to do here make a lot of sense. Isn't that pretty? I used poems. I don't have the tags here. I don't even know. I can't even remember the 2 yarns. This was supposed to be the right side. And when I got it done, I like that. That was pretty. I think it really shows off up here on the crown. However, this was kind of blah. You know what? I probably should put it on. I didn't like it like that, so I flipped it inside out. That's the beauty of brioche. It's reversible. And so I really, really like, oh, I think that's for there, that looks better. Anyway, I'm so happy about that. It is pretty. And I did brioche. I know, I should probably be able to tell you what the name of the yarn is. I want to say it's Poems. I know it's Poems, but I don't know who does I don't know who makes that. And then this green was by Sockaholic, I think. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. Hold on. It's close by, I think. Sockaholic. I was right. Knitter's Brewing Company. That's what was throwing me. That's, well, let me see if I can get that there. That's what this green is. And then this other is Poems sock. Yeah, so I used those two. I doubled both. I doubled both because it was supposed to be done in DK weight. So, new hat. Now that it's spring, won't need it. And I have completely messed up my hair, but that's okay. That's okay. I guess. If you can stand it, I can stand it. So that's the only thing that's out of my bags. That's it. That took me quite, not a long time, but it was some concentrated knitting. And I really liked it. I'm so happy now that I know how to do brioche. Hopefully I won't forget it before I have to do it again. But anyway, I did it. Let me talk about what's in my bags. And that's that. Since we've already talked about the Marled Magic Mystery Knit Along by Stephen West. I showed it to you the last time, but I think I just started. Yeah. So the last time I don't know what's up or down with this. I am so confused. Me and my knitter friends have tried to figure out the way it's going, and we can't. So what we did first was, what did we? We did this first, this section first, moved on to this seed stitch, and I can't see, so I'm hoping that it's showing up. Moved on to the seed stitch, then did the brioche. So this was clue 2 and this was clue 2. So these are 2 sections that I've done since I last podcast. So if you can, I'm going to try and back up. Then he had us come over here and add this section. See how that is? And then this section, and I'm not finished. This decreases down at seed stitch. It decreases down to a point. So, I'm going to put it on. I don't know how it's supposed to go, but we'll fake it. We'll just wrap. Anyway, isn't that pretty? Gosh, I did a number on my hair. Okay. So, that is the Marled Magic Mystery Cow. I think we have 2 more sections, 1 more clue that will be given out this week. So yeah, just the only thing I'm using for this is stash yarn, just sock yarns. I have it all in my big Fringe Supply Woolalooya bag, and it's just loaded with yarn. If I tip it over too much, they're all going to come rolling out. But yeah, leftovers from my stash. Some of them I started new. I opened up fresh skeins, I wound fresh skeins of yarn for this. So I am loving that. His knits. Can you tell I'm in love? I absolutely have enjoyed. That's the 3rd, and I'm not, some of you, I wish I could remember your name, Sandy somebody, on in the Ravelry group. You've got to go look. First of all, look at her on the West Knits thread, look at the pictures she's posted, and then she posted more pictures, I think, maybe in the Introduce Yourself. Beautiful. And there's someone else posted, several of you have posted a lot of your Stephen West knits that you've done, and they're so beautiful. I am seeing a little crooked. I think I tilted this camera. Hold on for a second. I don't know what happened. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Anyway, back to the your Stephen West knits. They're beautiful. I've really enjoyed going through the Ravelry page and looking. That's fun for me. Sometimes it's almost like Ravelry and Instagram, Pinterest, all of that can be like looking through a magazine. However, our Ravelry group is more personal, so I'm really enjoying seeing what you all are doing on there. So back to what's in my bags. I showed you the Marled Magic shawl. Another thing I've been working on is, remember the Karma Throw? Well, so we've got basketball games going on, it's that March Madness thing. So if I'm watching basketball, I have to work on this. I've got to get this thing done. It is hanging over my head. So I'm going to show you, in case you're a first timer, I will show you. This is what I call my baggage. I'm taking this out of my baggage because it was baggage. It was stuff that needed to be done. Whoops, sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off. It was things that needed, it was in that pile that just needed to get done. So it's the Karma Throw, and it's basically just something to wrap around you. It might be a lapicon, but I'm thinking strolling through the gardens or walking, sitting around the fire pit, whatever. So this is the beginning of it, and it goes clear across. This will go around the back of you, wrap around the back of you, wrap around the back of you, wrap around the back of you. And I started this section. So I've got clear down to the fingers. So I have the hands and a couple of, I've got about this much from here to this, from this hand to this hand. I've got about that much more to do, and then it'll be done. Let me see something. I'm gonna wrap it around me. I haven't done this yet. I'm just curious to know how much it wraps around you. Oh my goodness. It's gonna wrap and wrap. I'm gonna have to take it this way. It is going to be one of those very nice, warm, ooh, it is gonna wrap. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, it's gonna wrap all right. It'll definitely keep me warm at the fire pit. You know what, while I'm standing up here, I just remembered I have on, is that the Lighthouse Keeper's Wife cardigan. Has a little hood on it. Probably should have showed you that before I started the podcast, huh? Kind of out of my bags. But that's, I think I did this last summer maybe. Yeah, it's real easy. You do it on big needles. So if you're looking for a fun cardigan that fits, because it's loose, and it's usually a winter. Man, I've got a mess of yarn down here on the floor because that Karma Throw has got strands of yarn everywhere on it. That's in this bag, but I don't even know who that is. So the Marled Magic Shawl and the Karma Throw are my two main knits right now. But we have a new well, it's not my grandbaby, it's my sister-in-law's grandbaby. My husband's brother, he and his wife had their first grandbaby last night. I guess it would be my little nephew. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to make him, and I didn't print it. I'm going to see if I can pull it up on my iBooks. It's called the Nubblechin. Let's see if I can get that. There's a glare. Ugh. There. Isn't that a cute little toy? I really wanted to use a Felici for it, but I think Felici would be too striping. I didn't want it to be stripe, 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 stripe. So I'm going to do it. It's in this cute little bag is by SoFlo. She has an Etsy shop. It's SEWFLO, I believe. Let me pull this tag out and see. Yes. SoFlo, SEWFLO on Etsy. She makes some, I've got quite a few of her bags. This one I picked up at Stitches South. Isn't that cute with the wellies on it? And then it's just got that polka dot. It's really cute. Anyway, so I'm going to make that Nubblechin, I think is what it's called, out of this yarn. Yeah, Nubblechin. KNUBBELCHEN. And I don't know whose pattern this is. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And anyway, so it's a free pattern. Go pick one up. I think a friend of mine did this, and if I remember right, she said it was really quick and simple. But so this is what I'm going to make it out of. Now I'm going up there next week, so I won't have it for the next podcast, but I'll put it on Instagram so you can see what it turned out, how it turns out. I'm excited about that. In my bags, not on my needles. So that will have to be done. And then another thing that I'm doing as far as in my bags is this remember me telling you about this Lane magazine in at that Black Mountain yarn shop that I went to. So I'm going to do Nordic Arrows, and it's by, I really should have some glasses here. It's by Suzanne Summers. Not these Suzanne Summers, but these Suzanne Summers. Okay, so it's a soft triangular shawl, and this is what it looks like, and I'm hoping that it will pick that up. Isn't it gorgeous? See those arrows? I want to look for that black. I need to find black yarn. I'm wanting kind of a tonal black yarn. Then I'm going to use this soft pink where she used the cream, and then where she used the yellow speckled, I'm going to use this pink speckled, I think. I have a lot of yarn trips coming up. I'm going to look for the black yarn on my yarn trips, but I may go with a yellow, if I could find a yellow speckled. I've got this real problem with the pattern it's not a problem. Designers know best, right? I like to do things how they show them. You know, someday I might get around to painting my fingernails. They always look so bad, and when I'm watching my podcast back, I'm like, ugh, why don't I paint my nails? And the only explanation I have right now is, you know, us homesteaders, we kind of are busy digging in the dirt and looking after the animals and dreaming about the animals, and maybe dreaming about cooking or something. I don't know. I don't really have an excuse since I'm not all of that. So anyway, so back to the real story. This is what I want to make. So yeah, I want to do the black, and I don't mind making where the cream is. You like talking like this? I don't mind where the cream is doing the pink, but I don't know. Story to be finished at a later date. Update will be soon. Hopefully I'll have that. That's all in my fringe bag. Oh, I think that's all I have in my bag. So let me transition then to my shopping bags. Look at my newest little pin. This one right here. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to plug Black Mountain Yarn Shop while I'm here, because that's my favorite yarn shop. But yeah, I got that pin. Let me show you her card, because on the card she asks that we share it. Well, I guess she wants me to share it on Instagram. She doesn't know I have a podcast. Okay, so here's her name. And of course I cannot read it that way because it's backwards to me. DanielleVGreen.com. And she's on Instagram, Etsy, and Tumblr, I guess that is. So yeah, go check her out. She has a lot of pins, a lot of cute pins, pretty good price, fair price. But so that was my that's in my shopping bags. Another thing in my shopping bag, the last time I podcast, I had some yarn from this girl, and then she posted this on Instagram, and as soon as I saw it, I loved the color. Her name is Chelsea Beth Yarns, and she's on Etsy. But this colorway is called, just says Golden colorway Blush and Bashful. But isn't that pretty? That's pretty true to color too. And it's a DK weight. I don't have enough DK in my stash, so I have a lot of fingering and I have a lot of worsted that I'm not that happy about. But anyway, so this is in my it's in my shopping bags. I have one more thing from in my shopping bags. Her stitch mark, I'm so in love with Knitty by Nature. It's called Knitty by Nature Shop. She's on Etsy, and I ordered some new stitch markers. Her stitch markers, there, that kind of takes a glare. Look at the sea turtle. that's the sea turtle. Oh, get my fingers out of the way. Okay, sea turtle. This is a bunny. I think that you're seeing the back of the bunny. And she always puts them on these cute little rings. Oh, and I'm so over I'm just so crazy over these two. The mushroom, the little toadstool house, and then the glass of wine. And then she includes a few of those little light bulb stitch markers, and then this one. So, yeah. If you want some good stitch markers that don't catch on anything, and they're very sturdy, I've not had any of them break, check out Knitty by Nature. She is really, really gifted at that, talented at that. So that is all that I have in my shopping bags. Yeah, but that's going to change, because wait till I tell you all the places I'm going. I'll just set that right there. I also had, let me switch over to prize bags now. Seems like it's moving quite fast. I hope that you're not like, whoo, 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 shopping bags, in my bags, out of my bag, shopping bag, prize bag. Anyway, this lady, Shy Moments, she's the one, if you'll remember back, if you've watched, she sent me some books from her library so I could give as prizes. Well, then she messaged me and she said, I have some needles that I'm not going to use. So if you would like to give those away, I can send them to you. You can give those away. Of course, and how sweet. And I don't know if she told me she was sending this other. She sent some stitch markers, some really pretty stitch markers, and I will show you those. Let me show you the needles and the stitch markers while I'm talking about them. These are just some cute little random stitch markers, but they're really pretty. I don't know if she made these. Dawn, if you made these, but that's a really pretty one. And there's a glare, so I've got to kind of hold them this way so you can see. See that? Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. And this is a heart. I've got a thing for hearts. So there's two of the heart. No, there's three of the heart ones. And then this one looks like it's a little, I don't know, just a cute little thing. They're all stitch markers, no progress keepers, but still, look at that one. Cute. And then that. So I'm going to put all of these in the packet, and they'll just go out with a prize as well. And then she sent, I'll show you, well, the needles are, let me get these back in here. The needles that she sent are Addy Turbos Hiya Hias. So they're all Addy Turbos and Hiya Hias. I love that. I love how we can use this forum, to just kind of gift some things that we don't use, and it could be someone else's blessing. I love that. Now this, hold on. She sent 2 skeins of yarn, a mini, one is a mini and one is a skein of yarn as a giveaway, and I'm going to join them together because one's for the toes and one would be for the socks. Hot Shot and Hot Shot toes, and it is, bam, Mrs. Babs. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This came yesterday, and my knitters were here, my niches. That's what we call ourselves. So you can imagine what niches is a play on. Anyway, I pulled this out, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, I might have to ask her if I can keep this, but I'm not. I think I've got plenty of yarn I can share. But that is just gorgeous, gorgeous. So that'll be going in the prize bag. Dawn, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're just too sweet. So yeah, so that helps because we'll have prizes now for when we do giveaways. Speaking of, we are having our own Felici make-along. And it's a make-along because it's going to be knit, it's going to be crocheted, anything else you can do with it. Here's my basket of Felici. It's the knit along or make along, the Felici make along. So whenever you do this, if you can post on Instagram with the hashtag Felici, M-A-L, Felici make along, post your projects. I cannot wait to see what you all come up with. I have been just trying to go. I was going to make a blanket, and a baby blanket, and I thought, well, I don't know how long. I mean, there's when you do socks, you get stripes anywhere from there to there. It's self-striping. I don't know how that would come out in a blanket. However, if you go on, and I think it's the Felici thread, that Sandy that I was talking about, she did a blanket out of Felici Sport. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I don't have enough. I think I only have the most skeins of yarn in one colorway I have is 4. I don't know what all I could get out of that, but I'm going to research because I would like to do something different than socks. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe a cow, or I don't know. But even socks, to see everybody's version of socks and different toes and things, I think that's going to be fun to see. So it starts April 1st, and I'm going to take it for 2 months through May 31st. So probably June 1st I'll close the thread. Haven't even opened, I've only opened the chatter thread. As of April 1st, and this, you have to wait until April 1st to start. So you start April 1st, or anytime in April and May, and you have to start and finish between April 1st and May 31st. Am I making myself clear? It's a lot of babble. And then April 1st, I'm going to open up a thread for projects only, no chatter. So you can post your projects. Then what I will do is draw a winner or two from it. And I'm not sure yet what the gifts, the prizes will be, but I'll be collecting them and see. I think I've got some Felici yarn I can give, and then maybe the Mrs. Babs, you never know. So yeah, and go in there and chatter. It's fun to watch and read all the posts that are going on in there. It's I can't wait. I can't wait to see what y'all knit up. So that's the Felici make along, and I think that's it. It's gonna be another short episode. One of the things I am doing, and that's what I've been sitting here knitting on at the start of the podcast, is I've got this section over here, and I'm debating on whether I should move the camera. Let me finish this row. Oh, I can't finish this row. It's a pretty long row. Anyway, what I'm working on here is I'm going to yarn bomb this section of my nook. Let me show you what is over here. I'm going to draw it as carefully as I can. It's my sewing area. It's my sewing machine, Trixie, the chair, and then there's a tree. You can see this tree right here. I leave this tree up year round. It's just a champagne color with little fairy lights on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move you around. I'm going to yarn bomb the chair. I'm going to yarn bomb some of my sewing machine. And then the tree right here, I'm going to try to do some mini garland, mini bunting. Put mini bunting on it, or little miniature ornaments. I have an ornament on there now, but you can't see it. It's from my friend in Norway, Karen. You sent me a package for Christmas, and the little wooden Merry Christmas, and if I remember right, I can't remember how you say it, I wish I could go. I'm going to slip over there and get it. Okay. Cool. God Jewel. I don't know. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? She made that for me to hang on my Christmas tree, and it just means so much to me. Merry Christmas. And so it hangs there year round. I could not take it down. I typically don't put ornaments on that anyway at Christmas because it's not a Christmas tree. But I will maybe put some of my bird ornaments or something on it. But when I took those off, I thought, I got to leave this on it. It's too special. So this hangs there. But anyway, I'm going to make some little ornaments, but not Christmassy. No holiday ornaments. Maybe some birds or some little pom-poms or I don't know. But then I want to do some kind of garland on it. So this is going to be my yarn bomb section. So that's my new project. So that's what that's what I started on today. I thought, because I do that, my mind just bounces. Oh, I'm going to work on my Marled Magic shawl, and I'm going to work on, or whatever it is, and then I'm going to work on my Karma throw. That's it. Nothing else. Then the baby's born. Oh, I've got to whip up something. Then, I'm going to yarn bomb that. It's crazy. It's like there's a lot going on up there. Just like I'm my homesteading light that goes on up there that doesn't really go on here. But it's a fun place to live. You ought to try it. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully my next time I podcast, I will have a little bit done over there. I'm gonna try and give you updates every time. So if you have any ideas of some fun things, if you know some ornaments or some tiny things that I could put there, that would be fun. Feel free to share it with me. I love ideas. You know what? What is it they say? Imitation is the best form of flattery. I don't have an original thought. Everything I do is usually seen somewhere else, but it's life. I don't think anybody has an original thought. I think you might think it is, but subconsciously it's there because you saw it somewhere else, maybe. I don't know. I want to think that anyway. It makes me feel better because I'm not that creative and I just wing it, a wing life. So I like to think everybody else does too. Don't ruin my illusion if it isn't true. So, yep, I think, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing this Saturday. This is, what's the date? Today is March, let me look. Today is March the 21st. So this Saturday will be March the 25th. I'm going to be going to Raleigh to the Carolina Fiber Fest. I'm excited about that. My husband's going to go with me. All my knitters couldn't go. My niches, they were all busy. So I thought, okay, I'm going anyway. And then my husband said, well, you're not going by yourself. I'll take you. So we're looking forward to spending the day together. If you're going, please tell me. If you're there and you see me, please say hey. I'd love to meet you in person. I wouldn't even say that because in my mind I'm thinking, oh, who watches, who sees it, who cares, and I would just go. But when I went to Fripp Island this last time, when I got back, one of my followers lives on Fripp Island, and then two of you, I don't know if you saw it through Instagram or here, but you lived in the area, and it's like, well, I can quit thinking no one in. Okay, I'm back, and evidently I'm out of storage, so I'm going to try and wrap this up. But anyway, yeah, I was saying that several people had reached out to me and they lived in the area. So, I would have loved to have talked to them or said hey or introduced myself, had coffee with them. But anyway, so that's why I say that. If you see me, say hello. Also, I'm going to the Metro Yarn Crawl. My daughter and I are going to DC to watch my niece in a run. And so they're having the Metro Crawl the same weekend. So that's exciting. So I'm going to be able to hit a few yarn shops while we're there. I won't be able to do all of them, but a few of them. And so I should have a pretty good stash from all of that. I'm really excited. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was cut off from where I videoed and lost it. I think that's it. So it's noisy right now because my Grandy is up, my baby boy is up. And so I'm just going to finish this while you hear his background noise. But yeah, I'm going to the Carolina Fiber Fest in Raleigh. Then I'm going to DC. I'm going to try and hit some of the Metro Yarn crawl area there. And then the only one I know for sure I'm going to do there is the one in DuPont Circle. I know I'm going to that yarn shop, and I cannot remember the name of it, but I'm going to go to that one and take in some of the touristy stuff that like you do. And then we'll be back home. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a lot of goodies to tell you about and show you pictures of. But I think that's it. So it looks like that's another one in the bag. Remember to live and let live, and in all you do, take it one stitch at a time. Goodbye.